The United States is going to war with China, according to every single news article. Maybe, probably. What the hell is going on? Now, as we all recall, there was some Chinese circus balloons that happened to stray across the entirety of the United States. And then some of Uncle Sam's F-22s had to pop those balloons, recover them, and verify those were Chinese balloons. Now, keep in mind, Biden's administration was hammered pretty hard for not reacting faster and not verifying faster what was going on. How could we allow some balloons to stray across the United States? Now, I am not naive, and I know that this was actually a rather big threat and rather surprising, but one thing I am worried about is getting a little too emotional over the balloon events, but there is something that we should worry about. You know, China does what China wants, whether it's creating their own islands and creating their own sovereign territories, and sometimes China tries to be best friends with the Taliban. Now, I know they do share a border, so who knows, maybe they're just trying to be cool with the neighbors just in case Taliban tried to go into China? But besides circus balloons and besides trying to be buddy-buddies with the United States' enemy, one thing is for sure, they do have an issue with Taiwan. Now, I think this may shock some of you, and I'm sure some of you are unaware, Taiwan has something called advanced microchips. And I'm not an expert on advanced microchips, but I am smart enough to know that if you have access and can make advanced microchips, that enhances your production in the economy, that enhances your military equipment. And there are many other factors as to why China might attack Taiwan, but one of the leading factors and what most people agree with is the advanced microchip thing. Now, another thing to be semi-concerned about China and the United States knows they're sort of under a time crunch when it comes to the success of China. You see, there's something out there called the 5-year plan that China sort of has indoctrinated. And by 2025, essentially China wants to be self-sustainable and not have to worry about the United States giving them money or other outside sources. Everything can be made internally in China and they can just do whatever they want to do. Sort of like what America should be doing and what they could be doing, but that's not happening. And I know some of you are asking, well, why can't China just find somebody to give them the advanced microchips? Well, there's been embargoes, and a lot of those countries who can develop these microchips are friends with the United States, and they don't want to lose that friendship, so China's best option might be just go for Taiwan. Now, I do hate that the news and the media, they try to sensationalize that China is gonna do something and America better be worried, but China also has some things to worry about. Main thing being, they've never really been in combat with their military recently, so we don't even know how they're going to operate in true combat operations. Also, China is surrounded by countries who have essentially been backed by the United States and can fight, like South Korea, Japan, the Philippines, and Taiwan is getting there. So the main reason why I'm making this video is that yes, maybe and hopefully not, there might be a conflict with China, but know this, there are other countries and neighboring countries who are really ready to get it on with China just in case things do pop off. Now, in my opinion, the circus balloons, hot air balloons, whatever you want to call them, I don't think that is the main problem with China, United States. What the main problem I think is going to be that if China can become self-sustainable, then that's when the issues start to arise, and that should be by 2025, according to China.